Hi everybody. My internet's down and I find myself in that position of wondering again what would happen if a big freaking rock from outer space smashed into the earth and took all our internets down forever, or until we could repair them, which would be hopefully quickly, but I'm talking like dinosaur size rocks, dinosaur eliminating size rocks. And it's very scary. I went without the internet 12 hours about a couple months ago, and my friends from Australia were very concerned because we had been talking daily at that time, and I just disappeared. I had no way of contacting me, they had no way of, and I had no way of contacting them. I didn't know their phone numbers. I didn't know I have a landline, but the phone barely works. I was able to call and find out that the internet was down citywide, and I'll probably do that again here shortly in an hour or so if the internet does not return. It's scary. I am of the mind I am a future thinker, and imagining the banks failing, first of all, that's what comes to mind. With they're tangled up in the internet service, and I use my phone to check my account. I use my phone and the internet to do everything related to banking, practically, except pay for a few of my bills, which are not paid on my phone. I think we're pretty silly as human beings, ignorant of how fast technology has progressed and how much faith we have in it. I was just thinking that it'd be smart to get everybody on landlines, number one, phone landlines for emergency services, and to get into the habit of using those phone lines to call our family and friends in the local areas around you, so that you are familiar with how to use it, number one. and everybody should be guaranteed a phone by the government as part of the emergency system that we should create to help prevent any disasters from happening. And that's a big one I think of, is losing the internet. What would we do? What do we need to prepare for in a case that happens? Games, have some games available just for that initial feeling of, I can't do anything. I work on the phone all day long. It's my computer. And I work on Coalition to End Forced Psychiatric Drugging on Facebook all day on my phone. And then I cruise back into my social profile and I work on some of my side projects there and my art projects there. And I'm on the phone 12 to 14 hours a day when I'm not sleeping 12 to 14, which I have been for quite a long time. So I spend 12 on the phone, 12 sleeping, because of brain disabling psychotropic neurotoxins. My sleep schedule has been at least 12 hours to 14 hours a night for the last almost 2 years now. 16 months or so, 17 months. Anyway, this is just a video that I realized that is one of the things that I can do without the internet, is to take a video on my phone, and I haven't done one recently for my YouTube channel. And my hair is a mess. Today is shower day, and if you're not on psychotropic neurotoxins like me, you probably shower once a day, but I can't seem to get in there more than twice a week. and my personal hygiene is not the best because I'm drugged. I am currently on 5 milligram pills of Abilify, and I think 62.5 milligrams of Depakote, and that's daily pills now. This is a very big step forward for me. I'm very excited to report to any of my followers that I have been taken off of the court order as of November 3rd, 2022, and today is January something, 2023. I think it might be the 11th or the 12th or something. I'm not sure. I can't keep track of time either. Showering time. These things become very nebulous when you're drugged. And so does housework. I'm pretty much frozen to my phone, which is back to the original, what if we lose this internet? What would we lose? We would lose thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of millions of photos. I know I have, I don't even know, 100,000 photos on my phone alone and in the cloud. And that's way less than I used to have. I lost a computer, or my computer is dead. At this time, I hope I have my photos backed up on a previous hard drive that I may be able to get into someday. But I lost several years of photos that I started taking back in the 2000s, early 2000s with my first phones. But when you lose the computer, it's gone. And now that we have this cloud and it's in the internet, it's not even a physical thing that you can hold in your hand. Our information is all digital and it's all up in a cloud somewhere. So how do we feel about losing that cloud? I feel very terrified and very saddened at the loss that would that humanity would have to endure. But maybe nobody cares. I know that I don't have children, so I would like to think that the work that I have done and the life that I have lived was not in vain, and that I had something to offer humanity in spite of my disheveled state. I still have a brain, and I still have art to give and love to give to people. I have nothing but compassion for anyone out there suffering from the effects of forced psychiatric drugging. It is horrific. And if you're going through that at this time, I am fighting for you. I am going to continue my fight to end AOT laws across the planet. CTO and AOT, assisted outpatient treatment, and community treatment orders are inhumane. And we need to find better ways to help people that are voluntary and compassionate. Forced drugging is typically, I'd give it 90% violence and 10% toleration or something. It's not a good system to hold people down and inject them with chemicals against their will. Period. So if we can come up with better ways, that would be a good thing. And if anybody has time and can work on things such as the internet and isn't forced drugged and forced to fight for their life, I would be doing other things. I would be protecting the water. I live by Lake Superior, the biggest freshwater lake on the planet Earth. And yeah, I'm supposed to be protecting the water and the earth, and working on things like the internet and sociology. And my training and my background my artwork. Instead, I'm sleeping, and I'm physically dying faster. So I'm not going to get those things done. And if nobody can get those things done, we are in big trouble. So let's stop forced drugging people. And those people would be able to help. They would be able to help them taper off of these neurotoxins and get them support, and then they will be able to help this planet. And we need all the help that we can get. Please join me if you're so inclined and have money. I have a Patreon account, www.patreon.com/Jill Kesti, and even $1 a month would help me and my self-esteem and help me to feel like I'm a person worth supporting. I feel like I have done a lot of work on Coalition to End Forced Psychiatric Drugging, but yeah, I could use the money. I could use the money to help get nutrition and other things. Please support me if you are so able to. It seems really sad, but the people that have helped me the most in the last couple of years are people that really needed the money and gave it away, and gave it to me in forms of donations and contributions to Coalition, enabling me to buy my new computer, which is wonderful, by the way. I am doing a piece right now for the CSX movement that I think might be a good first piece from the computer. And so thank you again to all the generous people who helped me in the past 2 years or so, maybe a year and a half I saved. And I appreciate it. To have technology abilities is wonderful, but I am still very trepidatious as of right now, sitting here without the internet. And what if it breaks? You become dependent on something and then it breaks, or you can't use it properly anymore, or it doesn't work. It's not connected to the internet. What good is that computer? Half of the things I could do on it, well, even the software I use now is computer-based, internet-based. I believe they don't download a whole program of Photoshop onto my computer. I pay for a service that, if the internet is down, I don't even know if I can use. Interesting. All these technological issues. I hope that the younger generation is not force drugged so that they can work on some of these issues, because there's a lot of us elders here who are not capable of functioning at that kind of level anymore. We've been destroyed through forced drugging. So please will do what you can. Join me on Coalition to End Forced Psychiatric Drugging on Facebook. We have about 5,800 members now, followers, and maybe 5,400 likes. And we are expanding. We are reaching out and having a psychiatric survivors meeting this weekend, the first on Zoom, that we invited only like 20 to 30 people. And we want to expand this network and get everybody a voice. And that's the purpose, is band together and be like the bundle of sticks, held tight. Nobody can break us. Believe in ourselves. We can overcome. I am currently tapering, and like I was saying, I'm off the court order, and I got the injections to end. I told them I do not want to be injected anymore. It is the worst torture there is. And so I'm on pills. they listened to my wishes, and I'm very grateful. Still flat, still sleeping, still emotionless, but I'm feeling more optimistic than I have in 2 years, or a year and a half, since July of 2021. That was my last psych ward stays, and that's when I lost Larry Lilly, and I'm still getting over all that. Well, I don't want to make this too long. I look like shit. And please excuse people in public if they look like shit, because you have no idea what some people are going through. And I don't usually go out like this. I do take a shower before I'm in public, but I don't have much of a life other than Coalition. So anyway, Happy New Year to everyone, and I hope you're surviving this winter or summer if you're in Australia, and love to you all. Thank you for listening.